Hi everyone, this is Shakti. I'm coming on live to say hi to you. How are you? How was your day? Tell me in the comments. If you're here with me, say hi. If you're watching the replay, just put hashtag replay and let me know. Because today is day number 85, and I really hope by 85 days of being live with you every single day of my life, we are at least friends by now, right? We have at least established a strong foundation of friendship. So do make sure to say hi and do not lurk around. Let's be friends, let's play. Well, I'm just so happy and celebrating 85 days of live videos. This is no joke, you guys. This is no joke. This was a massive, massive goal. And I am still in disbelief how crazily this is like happening. And I'm gonna actually say the same thing 5 days later, say the same thing another 10 days later, say the same thing. And the reason I will keep saying the same thing and keep celebrating these little milestones with you because they deserve to be celebrated. And especially as women, we don't celebrate ourselves enough. We don't talk about our accomplishment enough. We, just as human beings too, we're constantly in the energy of like, what's going to happen and what should happen. And we forget to like be in the now and soak in and receive the applauses and receive the good jobs and give ourselves a lot of credit. So I'm here with this six figure and beyond feminine wealth mindset shifts. Um, if you don't have this guidebook, please make sure to grab it. The the link to grab your guidebook is in the description of this live video. And what's inside is actually 10 power moves to break into consistent 10K to 50K months with ease. I want you to sell every single day of your life, because that's what businesses do. They bring in sales every day. And I want you to step into the CEO energy every day. And, I have curated and put together some really golden nuggets that have been extremely helpful on my own journey so far. My business has done over $500,000 now. And while it may not be a big amount, but my business also went through a pretty substantial close down. So I had to close out my business, and my brand transformed, and it's still transforming, to be honest. So given kind of this whole detour I had to take, that spirit guided me to, and I'm so happy to take that detour because it was time for me to take my work deeper. So I had to let go of my yoga studios, my healing center, and purchase this retreat center that I am going to share more about because things are moving here. So I have an indoor retreat center, and I'm building another massive retreat center on the top of our mountain. And we live in the forest. We have gazillion trees and creeks and river and mountaintops and just pure fresh air to breathe in, fresh water to drink from the spring. And this is a healing vortex. I have, I have crazy dreams. I have a vision that I'm going to share more, and I'm going to actually invite you to co-create with me on this retreat space. But for now, you know, five $500,000 later, this body of knowledge was took birth so that you don't have to figure things out on your own, learn the hard way. I had to learn the hard way. This wasn't easy for me, but I did the work so that you don't have to. Okay, I did it so that you don't have to. You get to just download this, and you get to block your calendar and block an hour, flip through the pages, and on each page There's a lot like how to maximize results from this guidebook. I want this to work for you, okay? And on every page, there's a practice where you get to really work on your business. And when you do these practices, you're going to actually start to identify some actions that you can take right away, that you can implement in your business right away to bring you in the right frequency of messaging, pricing, sales, client selection, all of that. I've covered a lot of different bases here. And my favorite part, and then you get to like put some neat goals together on these blank pages, on these worksheets. But my best part is actually this page. And what this is, it's a daily wealth mindset checklist. And what I want you to do is to at least print this page out, this whole thing, print it out. And I want you to take tape and just put it right next to your desk or in front or back, whatever. And I want you to begin your day with this checklist. And this is really sort of affirmations, and speak it loud. Start to really like train your mind. Start to whisper, start to speak louder, whatever works for you. But I want you to start to get used to speaking this and start used to telling your mind this is the energy of the day you are setting for yourself and your business. And slowly, slowly, you're going to start to see the whole vibration shift. It will take time. Look, it's not a magic pill, but give it time. You're, and be patient, be super gentle with yourself. Know that you're retraining your mind, and your mind is going to support you if you be super gentle and super loving with it. Okay? So, lots of good info here. And today, what we're covering, I have covered 9 mindset shifts already, 9 power moves. I have a video to go with each one, which is so exciting because reading the words is one thing, but hearing somebody's voice is a whole different level of learning, right? Let me know if you agree with it. That's how my brain works, at least. So, you saw what I did on the call today, right? I celebrated. Today is the 85th day live, right? I celebrated. My business has made $500,000, over $500,000 so far. Even though these are small things, for me, big things. And celebrating them is so important. So, one of the best ways to market your work, and I am not talking about the channel like email marketing or social media marketing or putting flyers. One of the best way, regardless of what you're putting out, regardless of how you're putting things out, one of the best ways is to talk about your wins. Talk about your wins, your client wins. This is magnetism, like super magnetic, because your clients want same results. And your clients are dying to get the same results, they just don't know how. And you talking about your clients wins, your clients success stories, help them feel grounded in the fact that it is possible for them too. You talking about your wins is also super magnetic, because I mean, who wants to work with coaches who have no track record, right? Who have no proven processes? It's just a hard sell. People want to work with coaches who love their work, who are growing constantly. And some of the stuff that you're doing is actually very, what's the right word for that? It's like it's very parallel in a way. Like, for example, I am growing my business, but I'm also growing my visibility, right? And some of my clients even may not have a business, but they want to give talks, but they want to make presentations, but they want to speak up in relationships, especially when there's, abuse or trauma history present, right? They want to speak up to their parents or their siblings or their husband, who knows? And a lot of what you're doing is so transferable. It can be applied in so many different situations, because entrepreneurship is wholly like, wow, a whole new advanced level of initiation. So the more you share your kind of behind the scenes stories, your wins, your client success stories, the more you inspire your people to take action. The more you inspire the world to tap into another way of being and living. And this is the most magnetic way of calling your people forward, building authority, establish yourself as an expertise and as an expert in your field. This is very powerful because you're celebrating something, and whenever you validate yourself, give yourself kudos, you build momentum, you create this avalanche of validation for your work, your purpose. This builds your confidence. This builds your client's confidence. It's one of the best feelings to have. So keep doing this. And a lot of you may feel like uncomfortable talking about your money wins, celebrating your wins. Um, I was very uncomfortable talking about my money wins. I was like, holy moly, my money wins are not good. But the more I talked about it, the more real conversation I started having people, the more people started opening up with me about where they are financially too. And a lot of these thoughts come up. Well, if I make too much money, people will judge me. If I make too little money, people will judge me. Well, people are going to judge you anyways, right? They don't have anything better to do with their life. But for the right people, for your potential clients, your courage will make a huge difference. And how, like, what perspective are you connecting your win with? That makes a huge difference. Like, I could say, like, $500,000, oh my gosh, my life sucks. You know, I have failed and this and that. And that would be a perspective. But the real magnetic perspective is to find wins that you can truly celebrate. The wealth mindset shift for today is my wealth expands my ability to serve and uplift others. My wealth expands my ability to serve and uplift others. More money means more impact, freedom, and opportunities, not just for me, but for those I support and inspire. Money is a flow, and I know so many, such a controversial topic. I don't care. Money is bliss. Money is such a good flow of life. It allows you to feel supported. It allows your clients to feel supported. It's such an exchange of love. It's an exchange of trust. It's an exchange of the right agreements and right relationships. And there's nothing but goodness to celebrate with money. But when it's used not in the right way, it can be very problematic. But in this group, this is why I have this community where there's a lot of clean wealth vibes are spread. This is not a community where we are talking from a place of ego. This is a community of conscious women who I know are gonna do so good with money for the planet, because you're going to invest in the right opportunities. You're going to pay artists, you're going to pay healers, you're going to pay local businesses, you're going to give money to other women, for their work. Here, money gets to be celebrated because what we're doing, we're shifting money from this capitalist space into a very conscious space. And there's we gotta celebrate the heck out of that, okay? We all had to go through our journeys to get to this place. So please celebrate the heck out of it. And what I want to invite you to do in a practice for today is that to share one win, whether it's a financial milestone or a win in your client results or your personal win that you can celebrate that aligns with your work. Please share that in the comments. And if you feel inspired to, please put it on your page. Let the world know how empowered you are and how you get to choose and how you get to call the shots of your life, and you get to really create a change and transformation for yourself. And because you can do it, now the world will know that this is possible too. That's all I have for today. I'm sending you lots of love. Take good care of you. Today we have concluded this whole entire guidebook. The 10 power moves are complete. And if you missed any session, you can go back to the replay, watch, catch up, and just grab the guidebook, and so that you get to like really work on your business in this way, in like really powerful way. Like get the foundation right, get in the right mindset, start your day with the right affirmation, train your mind, and make every day of your business a day of service, a day of sales, a day of sharing the value of your work, sharing the goodness that you create, and the day of you receiving in a conscious frequency lots of wealth, wealth of love, wealth of money, wealth of visibility, all of it. So, with that, I'm going to wrap up, close out. Take good care of you. I'm going to be back tomorrow in this group with a new topic. But thank you so much for being with me for the last 10 days. I enjoyed every single day. And we're going to continue this journey forward to a new destination. We'll find out tomorrow. Bye.